Good afternoon students, welcome to another English class. This is Swamy Vijay speaking to you all. In this class I am going to discuss formal and informal invitations and replies, acceptance and refusals or regrets. Let's move to the next slide. Before I start formal and informal invitations, let me quickly sum up that under short compositions in 4 marks, it is not 5 marks here, for 4 marks you have notice writing, poster preparation, advertisement and formal and informal invitations. Formal and informal invitations or invitations is a new topic in class 12. So you have to listen very carefully and understand how to write formal and informal invitations and how to write replies to formal and informal invitations. So what is actually an invitation or invitations? Invitation can be defined as written requests for a person's presence at an event or a request to do something. They are usually distributed on the occasions of weddings, birthdays and anniversary parties, retirement or graduation celebrations, inauguration ceremonies, seminars and workshops, or school functions like annual day, sports day. Most of you have received invitation before celebrating annual day from school, and sports day also. Before we celebrate the sports day, we get sports invitation also. These two invitations, you must be aware of these two invitations. Now how many types of invitations are there? There are 2 types of invitations are there, formal invitation and informal invitation. Let me clarify here only. Formal invitation means card type invitation. Informal invitation means letter type invitation. I repeat once again. Formal invitation means card type invitation. Informal invitation means letter type invitation. Now what is the formal invitation or formal invitations? These invitations are sent to relatives, friends, acquaintances, clients and members in public. So it is generally used for business as well as for relatives and friends also. Now what are informal invitations? These are sent to relatives, friends and more personal, cordial, intimate. Even formal invitations also you can send to friends and relatives, whereas in informal invitations the tone of the language is very personal, very cordial and intimate. Now how to write formal invitations? So formal invitations, I mean card type of invitations, must be written in third person. There is no signature. Whoever is writing these formal invitations, and the address of the issuing authority, the person who is inviting or writing the formal invitations, their address must be written at the bottom, and the tense you have to use to write the formal invitations is simple present tense only, and at the bottom you have to write RSVP. It is a French phrase. English translation is please reply. That means once you send this formal invitation to many people or n number of people, you may ask even how many are going to attend the function like annual day celebration or sports day celebration. So this is the meaning for RSVP. Now formal invitations, when you are writing formal invitation, you have to write the name or names of the person or persons giving the invitation. Sometimes 2-3 people can invite in the invitation. Then the standard expression of writing this formal invitation is request the pleasure of the company of. I will show you the way of writing formal invitation in the next coming slides, and the reason of the invitation. Why are you inviting the person, whether it is annual day or sports day or is it anniversary of marriage, what kind of reason you have to mention that, and you have to write the time and date of the event also without forgetting. Now here is one question. To make you to understand, I have made this question from my side. Formal invitation, the question is, Mrs. and Mr. YVK Swamy invite you at the marriage of their son to be celebrated on 30th April 2020. Write a formal invitation about 50 words by giving relevant details. So I welcome you all in this way with the formal invitation. So here is a formal invitation. You can go through this invitation. Mrs. and Mr. YVK Swamy request the pleasure of the company of Mrs. and Mr. Birla at the marriage of their son Y. Yashodananda Swamy weds Jennifer Gates. So who is Jennifer Gates? Daughter of Mrs. and Mr. Bill Gates, at 12 AM on Sunday 30th April 2020 at their residence. So here is address, quarter number 1156, sector 1, IOCL Township, Nunmati, and program I have written: reception of Bharat 11 AM, dinner 11:58 AM, Doli 11:59 AM, RSVP all friends and relatives. This is just for create little fun. in the quarantine days you must have been feeling depressed, locked down inside the houses, so I made this invitation to create some kind of fun among ourselves. But this is the format of formal invitation. This is the exact format of writing a formal invitation. You can go through this. After completion of watching this video, again you can come back and you can go through the format of this formal invitation. Even I am going to share this PPT in the description box also. Now who is this? It's Jennifer Gates, Bill Gates' daughter. She is not the Jennifer Gates. Generally we all consider she is the Jennifer Gates, Bill Gates' daughter, but Bill Gates' daughter is different. She is a film actress who is wrongly projected as Bill Gates' daughter, Jennifer Gates. She is not the Jennifer Gates. Now let's move to the next slide. Now here we are going to learn reply to formal invitation also. As I told you, if anybody sends us invitation, we can accept the invitation or even we can reject the invitation also. So we are going to learn how to write the formal reply to a formal invitation. So writing a formal reply accepting the above invitation, that means I have sent this invitation to you all. Now you have to write whether you want to accept the invitation or you want to refuse the invitation. Now let us go to the writing a formal reply accepting the above invitation. So here is a formal reply. I suppose Birla has written the reply to me. So starting from the address where the reply of invitation is being written and date of the reply of invitation. Now here the body of the reply of the invitation is: Mrs. and Mr. Birla thanks Mrs. and Mr. Vijay Swamy for inviting at the occasion of the auspicious marriage ceremony of their son Y. Yashodananda Swamy to be solemnized on 30th April 2020. We are happy to accept this invitation and will be present there to enjoy the fine time. Signed by Birla. So it is like secretary might have written the reply to this formal invitation on behalf of Birla. So this is the format of writing reply to formal invitation. It is acceptance. Even you can write refusal also. Now one more question for you. You are Anil or Aditi, the school captain of KV Hebbal, Bengaluru. You have decided to celebrate the Grandparents' Day in school. Draft a formal invitation to be sent to the grandparents of students of your school, giving details of the program, day, date and time, etc. So this is the way of writing a formal invitation, starting with KV Hebbal, Bengaluru. Address of the school, celebrates the event, the Grandparents' Day, time given, date given, and details of venue also given, and the program list also given. So you can go through this information and you should learn how to write the formal invitation. I repeat once again, formal invitation means card type invitation. Now let us go to the next slide. So informal invitation, let me tell you first the way of writing informal invitations. So informal invitations we write even to our relatives, friends. But the thing is, informal invitations are more personal, cordial and intimate. So let us know the way of writing informal invitations. First, it is written in letter format, not in card format. It should be written either in first person or second person, and the tone of the letter is, or the language of the letter is warm and personal. You can use different tenses while writing the body of the informal invitation. The writer's address is given in the invitation, but the receiver's is not mentioned. And as usual, you can write even RSVP at the bottom. Now here is one sample. Let me show you the question first. So informal invitation, question here. Mr. Raj has come out successful in the IIT entrance examination. He has decided to throw a party to his friends. Write out an informal invitation giving details of venue, time and date. Do not exceed 50 words. Now let us see the way to write informal invitation. So address is given, date is given, the body of the informal invitation is: as you are aware that I have come out successful in IIT entrance examination, so I have arranged a festive party to all my friends on 30th April 2020 at Ashoka Hotel, Bengaluru at 8 p.m. Please inform your group and come to the party to chill. Yours faithful, Raj. So this is the way you have to write the informal invitation, inviting your friends. Go through it quickly. Next, one more question for your practice. Informal invitation. Write an informal invitation to your friends on the occasion of housewarming ceremony of your newly constructed house. So this question is for you to practice. So write this informal invitation, and then coming to reply to informal invitation, even reply to informal invitation also in the same way you have to write the way you have written reply to formal invitation in a letter format. Either you can write acceptance or even refusal. So either you can write acceptance to the invitation or regrets to the invitation. If you have any doubts, you can ask me after completion of this watching this video. After completion of watching this video, go to the Google Classroom and complete the assignments uploaded in the Google Classroom. Thanks for watching this video. Bye bye. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe.